Welcome to Just Minding My Business Radio, where we are moving at the speed of God, learning what we didn't know we didn't know. I'm your host, Ida Crawford.
And I'm your co-host, Ruth Haskins.
So grab a pen and paper and get ready for information that you can use.
Welcome to Just Minding My Business Media, LLC. Today we have with us Pooja Johari, who is the founder of 7E Wellness, a company created to empower beauty professionals by focusing on a non-invasive and natural approach to skincare. Her unique holistic approach to wellness is centered around 7 elements that, when combined, help women naturally enhance their beauty internally and externally. Welcome, Pooja Johari.
Hello, thank you so much for having me here.
Hello, how are you?
Wonderful, thank you so much.
How did you get on this road?
I was always a skin enthusiast and always looking to find different ways of naturally fixing my skin, because growing up, my skin was having all the issues that one can imagine. There was acne, dehydration, incrustation, lots of closed pores, white sebums. I was trying to figure out how to do this naturally. That was my initial journey. But when I went to USC and did my master's in biomedical engineering, I was exposed to current-based technologies. These current-based technologies were used for working with our body functions, and we were creating closed-loop pancreatic system, or for muscles that were paralyzed and post-stroke patients could benefit from it. It gave me the exposure of how our brain is constantly communicating with our muscles, with our skin cells, in a signal which is current-based. And it's tiny electrical currents. And in physical therapy, a lot of technologies were being used which were non-invasive and mimicking body's own natural functionality. It was really a very natural way of coming out of school. I thought, what does this industry need? I was always interested in finding more about skincare and skin condition, and that's the reason having a holistic approach for body and skin wellness is what I wanted to offer. When I came out, I saw that there was this gap in the industry, in the beauty industry. People were either too holistic and looking only at lotions or massages and things like that, or they were completely going into plastic surgery, facial incisions, or injectables. There was no gap. There was no scientific way of bringing that similar results that an invasive procedure would do, but in a non-invasive, holistic way, but being still scientific. That's where I wanted to fill the gap. And at 7E, we created multiple technologies. One was for body treatments, where it was helping the body to have more strength, more core strength. It was more like a yoga in a box, but very scientific technology. And it for fixing the body and making you look good as well. And then we had the microcurrent devices that helps to work with the skin, and externally it helps to heal the skin to non-invasive ways. It helps to bring a very natural anti-aging regimen that people can follow, and they can benefit for a long term and immediately, bringing the similar result that an invasive procedure or injectables would do. And the whole idea was, that I myself would, use that, and I wanted to offer that to our clients as well, or our community. And as soon as we opened our first location, we were so successful people who are loving it, they would bring and send me all these gratifying emails saying, their posture improved or their skin has improved or they feel so confident in their own skin. And that was the mission. If women out there can feel confident in their own skin, feel comfortable, then they can pursue their dreams and then they can face the world with that energy.
Excellent mission. And a lot of women are going to jump right into this because they're like thinking, I want to get in touch with you.
So how does the technique work? I mean, I went on the website and I was totally amazed. As we age, our skin loses elasticity.
Yes.
It loses all kinds of nutrients. Our body loses nutrients, period. So I'm sure you have a lot of older women coming to seek your products and service.
Yes, absolutely. This technology is called microcurrent. It is a current, it's tiny, tiny electrical current that mimics the body's own natural impulses. So it is mimicking the same frequency and the same signal that your brain sends to the muscles and the skin tissue and communicates to work out, to do skin rejuvenation, the cell rejuvenation as well. It is mimicking the same signal, so the body doesn't know that it is coming from an external device and it responds to it. A lot of this technology is now becoming mainstream, so much that not just older women, but younger generations are understanding and trying to use it as a preventative measure. You said rightly, when we start aging, we lose elasticity, we lose collagen, we lose a lot of those proteins that our body needs to function, to get those muscles in a stronger way and hold our skin more tighter and more like, as a baby would have, bouncing back, having that firmness as well as a lot of elasticity in the skin. So we start losing all of that. The reason is that when our energy of the muscles goes down, the muscles doesn't have the strength, just like our body doesn't have the strength to run as much as we would as a child. Similarly, our muscles are not able to hold up as much because they are losing energy. They're not able to produce as much protein. They're not able to push back the nutrients and consume it as much. So all of that is happening. And now the muscles and the skin starts falling into the crevices of our expression lines. The more we frown, the more the body thinks, let me just be here. It's going to happen again, It's a nature of the skin that says, I don't want to keep going back and forth. I'll just stay here. When we apply microcurrent, what it is doing, it is replenishing the muscles to get that energy back. It's the energy, or the adenosine triphosphate in a more scientific language, ATP or adenosine triphosphate, is the energy of that skin cells, of the muscle tissue to function properly. That, when it starts getting that energy back through the microcurrent, through our devices, the muscles are now able to have that protein to create collagen structure, to recreate that elastin, bring that elasticity back. It also helps the skin cells to get that permeability, which means that it's able to send the moisture into the skin. It's able to send that nutrient into the skin. It's able to hold all of that. And microcurrent also helps to absorb all those nutrients more. So in short, the skin becomes healthy, the skin becomes energized. There's a lot of blood circulation that happens. In all of that, it becomes more tighter and toned. So you start getting your youthful appearance. The wrinkles and fine lines for a lot of us, they start diminishing or reducing in appearance. A lot of times, even people who have chronic acne scarring, there's a collagen tissue that starts building around that wound, And that's why we start noticing that scarring. So what microcurrent does, it helps to dissipate a little bit of that collagen tissue. It softens it. That appearance of scars are also reduced.
This can be wonderful for teenagers and young adults.
Yes, I do have to say though that when the teenagers get that active acne, they need to wait until their sebum and bacteria, if it is oozing and if it is in delivering blood, then they need to wait until it is more reduced. If they use microcurrent when it is super active, it is going to increase their blood circulation, and they don't want to have more blood loss around their acne. We have a solution for that. We do have these conductive gloves that are made of silver lining. It brings a lot of oxygenation when they use conductive gloves, and it also is antibacterial, antimicrobial. It doesn't let that bacteria grow further. So it has lots of benefits. Younger age, like 20, 25 years old, younger generation is using it for preventing.
How does that work as you get older?
It's like going to the gym. You start early, you keep up your routine, and your body is going to have that muscle memory. It's going to be toned and firm. And as you age, it is going to age gracefully. For corrective reasons, when older generations start using it, it is never too late. It is still going to bring that energy back and skin health back. It is going to help them to get their skin more refreshed looking, more energized. If there are certain very deep wrinkles, it might take longer. They just need to keep up their treatment routine. Of course, they didn't age overnight, so it's not going to be a quick fix, but it is a very healthy, non-invasive way of getting that skin back to where they would feel more confident. They will have reduced wrinkles. Their puffiness can be reduced as well. A lot of people get inflammation around their jawline because their lymphatic system is clogged. So they can help drain that, and they can help get that contour and lift as well. There are many benefits that they will see even at certain age. Women at 40, when they reach the age 40, we suggest them that microcurrent treatment should be mandatory in their arsenal, something that they need to continue on. In the spa, the professionals use our more stronger devices, which are more powerful. They have more intensity levels that you need to build up to. And then there's an at-home treatment that they can continue in between their professional treatment so that their ATP levels are much higher.
In terms of creating systems and habits, what is the most effective time frame? Every day?
Yeah. Our MyoLift QT is really simple. It can be used 5 minutes every day, and that will help the skin to start getting that energy back, ATP back, and look refreshed. It is going to exercise their facial muscles and replenish the skin cells with lots of nutrients. And in these 5 minutes, they can expect like a refreshed skin as if they have come back from a spa treatment. If they continue doing that over the week, they can start bringing that as a skin routine. They just need to keep their skin cleansed with a gentle cleanser in the morning or in the evening. They can cleanse their face, and then they can either apply any kind of serum that they may be using, like vitamin C or something. And then our device comes with a conductive gel. And that conductive gel has been formulated with bioactive complexes, and it has 12 different vitamins and nutrients, and it has copper peptides. So when they apply it, it not only helps to overcome the skin resistance and then let the current pass through, but it also helps to replenish the skin and the muscles with some nutrient that it has. And then they can continue their movements 5 minutes and then just wash off their skin, apply moisturizer. And if they're using it in the daytime, then they can finish off with a sunscreen. If they're using it at nighttime, then any kind of eye serum and a more hydrating kind of moisturizer or lotion can be applied, and they can sleep with it.
How can people get in contact with you? I recommend everybody go to the website because the website is really, really informative. Share that with our audience.
Our website is 7, which is number 7, E as in elements, 7E wellness.com. 7ewellness.com. And on 7E Wellness, you will find that we have webinars every month. We have 5 free webinars that you can just jump into and learn more about our treatments, our technologies, our protocols. Then we are constantly doing Instagram Live. I am on Instagram Live every Wednesday, and I answer any questions. You can get directly in contact with me. And we have all of our team members are estheticians, are professionals. They are working estheticians. So they can answer any skin specific questions as well, and let them know if there is anything in particular that they are concerned about. But we are constantly educating and making people really utilize this amazing technology to the most best practice. We can help if there are certain skin routine that they are looking into. We can help them with that as well.
Awesome.
One question, do you deal with diet at all, the importance of the internal issue?
Yes, you're absolutely right. We are a really skin coach on making people realize that it's not one thing can fix all. Microcurrent is used and is beneficial for external health of the skin and the facial muscles, but internally, they need to be hydrated. Our skin is literally a reflection of our inner health and well-being. So if we are not eating healthy, if we are not hydrated and we don't drink enough water, it is going to be showing you the dehydration and the flakiness and all of that. So our skin is communicating with us. I'm myself doing this sometimes. I get carried away and I'm working or distracted and I'm not able to sleep enough. And if I'm sleep deprived in the morning, I will see that on my skin, and I will see that in the shade and everything. My dark circle will come back. Those are the things that we just need to be aware. Give ourselves enough time to rest, to sleep, to hydrate, and to really build in our nutrients. Any kind of antioxidant is really good and nourishing for the skin. Beets and spinach that are full of iron is also something that our skin needs. A lot of women are deprived of iron. They don't have enough in their bloodstream. So we need to just have that part of our diet as well. So we coached all of that in our different ways. We have blogs, through our webinars, through our own communication when we are on social media. We are constantly telling people all the things that they can do to help their skin really be their best beautiful self.
And that's very, very important because we're talking about self-esteem. When you're not feeling good in your skin, it affects so many different things.
Yes.
And being able to do something holistically to enhance your skin is just major. I mean, because we see old people that go under the knife, that kind of thing. And
not always pretty at the end of it all.
No.
There were some horror stories.
Yes.
I try to stay away from anything that's not really natural for the body. So I'm so happy to hear that you have this, and I'm so glad we finally connected so I could hear
I
about it.
know. Yes, I am so happy to be here as well. Really excited to talk about this technology. This is not, answer of the moment that the technology was just discovered. It has been around for decades. FDA pulled it off because people got super excited about all the things that they could, get from current-based technologies, and then manufacturers were just coming out with whatever kind of strong, powerful, more. And so the more is better kind of concept really killed it because it was harming people. FDA pulled it out and made sure that there are a lot of bringing back in 2010. They had a lot of safety measures, and our company follows all of that. It's FDA cleared, it's very safe, very effective. But we have also understood where originally the microcurrent was, you know, it was started to heal the wounds. And that's how it was so gentle. And the less is more in this case. It should not be hurting. It should not be painful. It should not be twitching the muscles. So these are the things that we are constantly educating everyone to understand and relate to what you are really getting and understand what this technology is. Support it with all the internal things that are helping the skin to naturally be its best.
Many people are beginning to understand that more about the body. And I'm talking not, in the medical world or there, but individuals are beginning to understand how their body works on frequencies, and
yes,
there are vibrations throughout our body. So I think that people in hearing this will say to themselves, oh, that actually makes sense. So this is like a marvelous, not concept, it's a reality. And I think I can see where people, men and women, as a matter of fact, there are some men who will love this too,
yes.
will gravitate to this because, as Ida said, it's holistic and it's non-invasive, and it works with the body, not against it.
Exactly.
You don't have to heal from the treatment. I just absolutely love
it is a healing treatment. Yes.
Yes, because I've seen some of the pictures of people that have gotten facelifts and things like that. Right after, they look like somebody that's beat them up. And to me, I felt I don't want to look like that. To look good, that's like looks like torture to me. So this is really, really refreshing to hear that you've developed something that really works with the body holistically, does the same thing, if not better, than going under the knife. So my next question for you is, how do you work with salons?
We have different devices. So we have many different options, and there are a couple of those devices only for professionals. So we check the licenses, we make sure that they are professionals, and then we provide that it is much more higher intensity levels. But it's like, how the gym has more weights to work towards. And so for professionals, when they have a customer coming in regularly, they build up. So they start with a very gentle treatment, and then slowly they build up that treatment so that it can handle and it's able to get more out of that powerful intensity levels. It kind of is a workout, but when with the professionals, we are working to create protocols to create for certain skin conditions. And then we have product lines. So they provide that and work with different skin and see what the need is. A lot of times people are just, dehydrated. They need to get that exfoliation done. And then they can start working with the microcurrent. And many of them have done Botox or certain kind of injectables in their certain areas, which they absolutely felt like the need to do it. And that's okay. the muscles are in that area frozen. So when we do treat them with microcurrent in that area, what it's doing is it's activating those muscles. So think about if your arm is in a cast for whatever, 4 months, then the muscles will atrophy tremendously after it come out of cast. Same concept. The same muscles are now being frozen, and so they atrophy even further after the Botox effects is run out, and so there are more wrinkles. But with microcurrent, they can keep up that activity and keep those muscles active. So eventually people can wean out of it if that's the direction they are looking into. And professionals help them with our treatments to get to that level.
I so want to ask you, as someone who has worked with this, what do you think in retrospect about the whole Botox injectable phenomena that took place? I don't know when it started, maybe 20 years ago?
Yes.
What are your feelings or thoughts about that?
I am a strong believer, and I've always preached, that anything unnatural like injectables and injecting Botox into the skin and the body has a long-term bad effect. I've seen lots of our customers who started Botox in their early age, and now that they just had to increase their amp and the ampules that they were needing to get the same results. And then eventually at the age of 60, when they really needed it and their muscles were so atrophied, the response was, there was no response. The body stopped responding to Botox completely. With that said, having said that, Botox was invented and it came in the medicine field for a reason. People were having issues with the muscles, and it was overactive, and they were helping them with injecting that. Now, with the cosmetic industry, it has become like a normal thing, and people are getting more and more aware of injecting toxins into the body, which is not going to be helpful over time. And they are refraining and going away and steering away from this concept. And I'm so happy to be able to offer them an alternative, because with microcurrent, they can really benefit and have similar effect of relaxing the muscles, but not freezing it, keeping it active. That's what microcurrent does. All of our estheticians, professionals, they can preach about how harmful things are when you inject constantly Botox into the skin, and it is going to not benefit people over time. It is a quick fix. I completely address that. Over time, they are going to see that they just need it more. Their skin will wrinkle further, and it is going to be much more harmful.
Yes. So can people get this product at the salons as well as on your website?
A lot of our professional partners, spa partners, are retailing it. So if they are going to their skincare specialist, and they can always ask them if they carry and retail 7E wellness devices. And if they're not, then they can buy it from our website directly. MyoLift QT as well as Mini, it comes with a lot of supporting information. It has how to follow along kind of videos on an app, so people can use that. And it's pretty easy and self-explanatory. We have a lot of influencers on YouTube creating how-to videos as well, so that their audience and their followers, because they are being requested, a lot of people are buying it, and they just want to see it from people they follow.
Now, can you use it on other parts of your body other than your face?
Well, neck and face is what FDA has cleared us.
Okay.
And that's what we support and we provide protocols for.
Righty now. So again, how do people get to see your product? How do they get to order the product?
It is 7ewellness.com. So it's number 7, E as an element, and wellness.com, one word. And they can find product and webinar information or any kind of events. And there are lots of blogs. There's a blog particularly on Botox versus microcurrent that they can read up. And there are a lot of scientific and simplified information. You can really learn a lot, educate yourself. And then when you do get one of our devices, you'll be so thrilled and you'll be so excited. We just want to support you in your journey.
I can't wait to actually try it myself.
Yeah.
See how it works for me, and definitely be your walking poster child.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you so much for gracing our stage and sharing this information with us. We truly, truly appreciate it. And I know the audience is going to definitely appreciate it as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you for tuning in to Just Minding My Business Radio. I'm your host, Ida Crawford.
And I'm your co-host, Ruth Haskins.
We hope you enjoyed the show and appreciate you stopping by. Many blessings to you and yours.